Hey guys, it's Oberstadt, and today I'm actually heading out to go turn in a job application and hit the store to return a couple things. And I figured I would do a full face of Tarte now that I actually have an eyeshadow palette. The only thing that I think I'm missing is a highlight, but I figured I could use one of the one of the lighter shades in here to use as like a highlight. And this smells like straight up candy. So I'm going to be using the Tarte base tape on one side of my face for primer, but I'm going to be testing out the Touch of Soul No Problem Priming Essence on the other. I have done patch tests on it, so I figured it'll be almost a complete face, but I do want to test this out. Go ahead and get started by putting a little of this on the left side of my face, and I just want to see how the foundation does, if it does any different with this versus, you know, the hydrating primer. And then I will use the base tape on the other side of my face. And I have a breakout that's healing here and a nasty breakout on my chin from using the Sunday Riley products that I got in my Ipsy Glam bag. So it's one reason why I'm using this one on that side of my face, because I know what this does to my skin, and I know it doesn't cause breakouts or anything like that. So I don't need any more right now. Usually I apply this foundation with my fingers. I'm gonna go ahead and take the seal off of it. But I'm going to be using, I guess probably this, I'll try it with a sponge. And I wanted to do a test. I have a couple of things that I want to test out. So here is the foundation on the back of my hand from the big tube. And I'm going to put a little bit of the one from the small tube on my hand as well, because I want to see if these are the same shade, because somebody had made a comment that the shades are different. They look the same. They look the same to me. The other thing is that I have the Tarte Shape Tape in, this is light sand. This is like a perfect skin match for me. I'm gonna do a little bit of a swatch here. This is the little sample guy I got from Ipsy. And then I have a big one that I just got in the Ulta order a month or so ago. I haven't really used it. But I wanted to see how it compared, see if one's darker than the other, because I know that that was another thing that somebody had mentioned to me, was that the shades are different. So this is the sample, this is the big tube, and I do know that these dry down a little darker, so I'm going to let those sit on my hand for a minute. I'm going to go ahead in with my Physicians Formula Concealer Twins, like I usually do, with the yellow under my eyes to help correct any purpleness under my eyes. And the stand that holds my camera decided it wants to like flop around and stuff, so I'm testing out a different stand. Somebody reached out to me and wanted me to test out their stand from Amazon, so I'm doing that. It's funny, the tester sample, the sample guy here looks darker than this. So before I go in with foundation, I'm going to put a little of this on my under eyes because of just how dark they are. I don't want to scare a potential employer with my lovely purpleness. Not that there's anything wrong with purple, I just don't like it right under my eyes. I guess I could zoom you guys in some. And just was kind of like a mousse foundation. I usually just apply it with my fingers, and I'm not getting good coverage with the sponge. I always go back over it with a sponge, but I find that using my fingers with this, because of its texture, because it is a mousse consistency, that it seems to spread much faster with my hand. still see these dark circles really bad, and I hate that. Now I have this. This is actually the Found Sealer. This is the Babasu Tarte Found Sealer. This is in Tan Neutral. I'm gonna actually put this on my face as like a little bit of a bronze, like go down the side. I'm just gonna take another little itty dot. It's hard to tell where I put it because I have beauty marks on my face, so it's like, is that one? Nope, that's a beauty mark. Okay, now I'm gonna take, this is their Smooth Operator from the Amazonian Clay finishing powder, and I'm gonna put this under my eyes. Left a little white spot on my face. Go away. I'm just going to take whatever's left on the lid and put it on other areas of my face, even though I don't really need it. Now I've got white powder all over my brown skirt. Tarte blush. I always start at the apple and then work my way back. And I always put blush in the center of my forehead and on my nose, and then I usually run it along my chin and then down my neck. It's just how I've always done it. And now I'm going to go into the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. Contour? Yeah, bronzer. The one thing I didn't have was highlight, so I'm kind of glad that this eyeshadow palette came in my Boxycharm for June. I have one more month of that I can, because I prepaid for like 3 months. So I was kind of excited to get this because I didn't have any Tarte eyeshadows. And I don't know if Tarte makes like a setting spray, but I don't have one of those either. So I don't have a highlighter or a setting spray. I have basically everything else, thanks to subscription boxes. I wouldn't have half this stuff if I didn't have a subscription box. Alright, now I'm going to grab probably the lightest shade in here. God, I'm going to drop it. Which looks like it's called Tapioca. Which is this one right here. Let me see if I can use this as a highlight. I've got little white spots on my face. Go away. I'm white enough in most places. I don't need any help. Oh, that concealer is like way too dark. See the ring around my eye? I told you they dry dark. Either that or the powder did it. I've never had it look that dark. It looks almost orange. It's kind of a nice pink shimmery shade. I think I'm going to go into the other shade too, which is, I think, Dusk, which is this one here. It's a little bit darker. Yeah, I think it was the powder that made my under eyes look darker. It's like, this eye is really orange looking too, and I've never had my Tarte concealer do that, and I've never even had the foundation change colors on me like that, so that was unusual. And it left these weird little white dots on my face. Not a fan. Oh, the other thing I don't have from Tarte are like brow products, so I'll probably just run some clear brow gel through my brows. Since I know this stuff takes a bit to dry, I'm going to go ahead and do lips. This is Boho, one of their lip liners, and it always like breaks off and like chunks up. I don't know why. And it's not that old. It's not even 6 months old. The powder that's all over my mirror. And because, like I said, I know this stuff takes a while to dry. This is in Delish. This is one of their Tarte lip paints. It never like fully dries down, but it'll give it a chance to like stain my lips. And the lip liner doesn't match. Okay, now that lips are done, into this shade here, which looks like earthy. I don't know. It's like the one that's close to my skin color. Okay, it's so close to my skin color, you can barely see it. There's a lot of kick up in the pan. And this is a very soft brush that I'm using, which is Explore. And I switched to a smaller brush. You're gonna fall out of my face now. These shadows are like super soft. They smell fantastic. For those that don't know, I have very hooded eyes, but my eyes are also downturned. So the corner goes down instead of straight across or up. So when I go around the edge of my eye, I kind of like do a C, just because of how my eye is shaped. I leave it more rounded, and I also have very close set eyes. So the distance between one inner corner and the other inner corner is very close together, and the bridge of my nose is very shallow. So I have to keep a lot of darker shades out to the corners of my eyes so that it doesn't close my eyes in any more than they already are. I have a very narrow face. And if you look at where my cheekbones are, it's kind of like you have eyes, cheeks, and then it like sinks in and then it comes back out from my mouth and then you've got like another point from my chin. It's almost like the middle of my face is shaped like an hourglass. It's kind of unusual. And for those that are like trying to figure out your face shapes, I'm going to go back into that white shade and do my brow bone. Or it's not white, it's like a bone color. But you don't know what your face shapes are. There are so many helpful videos on YouTube that can help you determine what your face shapes are, how face shapes are like designed and things like that. I learned quite a bit from some of them. I think I'm going to go in with the very first shade up here, which is Sunbeam. It's like this bronzy shade. It's really pretty. I'm going to do that all over the lid, and then I'll see if I need to do anything else. Hello? Well, I got some fallout. That's better. Actually just edited my Boxycharm video, and 2 of these products came in it, even though I recorded it about 2 weeks ago. I'm dragging it in about halfway with whatever's left over on the brush, and those 2 shades kind of mixed on that brush. Little smudger brush. This is a Morphe M149, and I went into Daybreak, which is this one right here. And I'm going to use this to darken the outer edge. And put a little bit of color in my crease, and of course get fallout all over my face. Oh, that's just nice. I really enjoy the Tarte products that I have, but this eyeshadow palette is like super like crumbly. And because I screwed up, I kind of winged it out. I was too focused on all the fallout on my face and wasn't watching where I put my brush. just a little bit on my cheek. Okay, I think I'm going to quit there right now because I don't want to mess this up anymore. I'm already disappointed that my under eyes look so much darker from using this powder. I used to hear Natalia say that all the time, that certain powders and stuff like that would cause her concealer to darken, and I hadn't really found that until today. This is the Tarte 6 Kitten Liner. I'm going to do my upper waterline. Last step, the Tarteist Lash Paint Lash Mascara. I do not like the wand on this. For those of you that have watched my channel before, you know I do not like how big this wand is. The mascara formula is fine. Forever and always drawing on my nose. And then the last thing I'm going to do is brows. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything special with it. I'm just going to throw in some brow gel. This is the e.l.f. It's like the brow and lash mascara. I think it's the same product. They just call it something fancy. It's like $2. And that's basically it. If you wanted to, you could do setting spray. I might. I don't know. All I've got is the one on the counter. So, like I said, I don't know if Tarte has a setting spray or not. I've got to wash the swatches off my hands. So, I was very kind of disappointed with the eyeshadow palette. I thought it would be better than it was. But, like I said, I usually use all of these products. The only thing is with this product, I usually mix it in with other powders. So, I've never had it, like, darken my under eyes like this before. So, that's a little strange because I know it's mixed in with my other powders. I just never noticed it causing it to not only look darker, but it looks kind of orange under my eyes. And I don't even know... I mean, you can definitely see how dark it is compared to my... Alright, here's my makeup in direct sunlight. I am certainly not happy with how it darkened my under eyes quite a bit. Well, since I'm outside, and it's been several hours since I put this makeup on, I wanted to show you guys how the side with the No Problem Primer is holding up compared to... Here's Dad's trick right here. Versus the Tarte. So this was the side that the No Problem was on. It wore off around my nose and up here really quickly. My skin down here looks like super dry. That powder I put on over the foundation made my skin look really bad. My lips feel like the Sahara Desert, but there is just a little bit of transfer. My under eyes look very dark, like this entire area, and you can see how dry my eyes look. All these little lines tell me that my skin is dehydrated. Here's my forehead. Again, the No Problem, and then the Tarte. My forehead looks dry. This eye looked the worst. It was like, you can see how super dark it is. See how dark all of this is? That's from the powder, and then of course I was wearing sunglasses. It's like 97 degrees here in Florida right now, so... But like, the majority of the foundation on this part of my nose is gone. I've got a little bit down the center where I had highlight. But this No Problem Primer, I don't know, I'm gonna have to test this out again and not use that Tarte foundation, or the Tarte powder, because it like separated really strange here on my nose. And it's like, it like dried my face out really bad, so. I mean, from a distance, my face doesn't look that bad, but like up close, it looks pretty horrendous. And it's quite a bit darker. The powder that I put on my face ended up making my entire face look darker. So I figured I would show this to you. It's about 7 o'clock at night. And of course we still have the sun because we're in Florida. But I put this on at like noon is when I did the recording, so it's been on for several hours. And usually this foundation does not, I don't have to set it with powder. It never looks dry. My Shape Tape has never done this on my under eyes ever. It certainly doesn't darken, and then it also certainly doesn't leave all these like little lines and dehydration marks on my face. The lip product, it is what it is. I hate liquid lipsticks. My lips feel so dry, I just want to go put chapstick on right now, or a lip gloss or something moisturizing. But it did transfer a little bit to the straw that I had on my cup that I was using in the car, but I don't know. I will definitely have to do like a full face of Tarte again, but not use that powder because, oh man, that stuff like ruined my face. I was having, the foundation looked really good, concealer looked fine, my dark circles looked covered, until I put the powder on and it turned my under eye orange. That was like really bad. So, hope you enjoy this clip multiple hours later in the sun. I did do a short video clip with my phone before I left, and that was like 2.5 hours after I applied everything, so you're getting 3 check-ins technically. The original, which is when I first applied it, the couple hours after, and then, 7 hours after that. So, I will see you guys later. Bye. The rest of me. But anyways, I'm Rebecca Oberstadt. Sorry for the low energy, full face of Tarte products. So, that's everything. The only thing I didn't have was highlight, but the eyeshadow worked okay on that. I will see you guys in another video very soon. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will try and do some like short video with my phone outside in the sun so you can see what this looks like in natural daylight. And wish me luck on the potential job.